Fuck!
What?
Are we tied now?
I don't know. I don't remember how many
Jeez.
points we all ended with.
And last but not least, the third bonus is...
I don't think I had enough.
This bonus is for the fearless player who landed on the most Bowser spaces.
I'm pretty
And the
sure that was
bonus goes
Yoshi,
to-
wasn't it?
Wario, right? Isn't that Wario?
Was
It's Wario.
Yoshi!
And Xander.
Oh, you can just come right down here. Perfect. See, that worked great. Ah, fuck off. Son of a bitch. Let's try this again.
Xander, hit the press A. Xander? Xander, you good?
I can't lose if I don't press A.
You are
You
one
know-
star away from being in second place.
I can't fault that logic.
Yeah, that's true. This is a really close game right now.
Yeah.
We're all 1 star away from being in
Wow,
second
there's
place.
some real competitors on this board.
Today I learned that Xander is a video game.
I don't know if you guys realize what's happening, but things are happening.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just gonna.
You'll find out shortly.
I was reading chat.
Oh my gosh! Fine, I'll change the.
Chat was being funny, so I don't have to worry about it.
Looks like we're ready. Let's start the swap fest.
Xander was a video game. During
What are we
the Butters
swapping?
Oh no!
Stream. What's happening? What? Why? No!
What? What?
What?
What?
Congrats, Mario. That's been an exciting swap fest. See you next time. Oh man.
That was very exciting.
Fuck. Help, I've forgotten how to drive. They took away my driver's license because I turned into an elderly man. And now they won't even let me drive on the F-Zero circuit anymore because they say I'm a danger to myself and others, whatever the fuck that means.
The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally.
And I'm glad this game doesn't have any politics.
And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
It's like the good old days. No politics in video games.
Finally, Japanese games never have any politics in them at all. Ever.
There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. That's a real thing.
Now it feels like the game is leaning into it with us.
I sure am glad politics have occurred.
I don't think I can do that. Unless...
So, you know, that helps.
Here, let's let them come to me.
How long do you think it'll take?
Oh fuck, that was speed up and those are mapped to the same button. Let me just Uh-oh. might have made an error.
Oh my gosh, I landed on the bank. This has never happened before. There's no...
00101011111111001.
No, Matt, you've told me, get in with the magic.
Well, that's because it is faster, but if it's hard to hit. Like, you can do both.
No. I am incapable of doing both.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Do it! Knock it down the basement!
Now use magic. Not, don't only use magic, you hit it.
Please tell me you have an idea.
I'm sorry, I'm not enough for you, Matt. I'm trying here.
This guitar part sounds like it's being played by a man named Bubba Ray.
Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. Person of the week in every Greek opinion poll. What a show! I don't know the rest of the lyrics from there.
We've been DMC'd 7 times now.
Also, the thing about Mario Party E-Reader, Mario Party E, yes, it is the only one that matters, but also the E-Reader is optional for Mario Party E. I don't even...
I'm gonna catch these round ball I already knew that that was fake door, and yet, here I am.
I just watched someone go off the jump and completely fail to stick the landing.
All of them will have unversed.
I've never heard
there
that
a
word
problem?
before, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
She even said it in the chat. Oh, don't forget the Dream Eaters.
Like, okay, those I do know. But like hearing a new Kingdom Hearts noun that I had not heard before sets off my fight or flight response.
You did all that to open
one door. Do you
It's
feel
like if
co-
someone
do you
tells you
feel
there's another
accomplished?
Star Wars movie. Like, your brain just doesn't like that.
You just never. What the fuck just happened?
So it's you. And you. This is gonna be wrong.
This is an interesting one.
Never mind, I'm
Puzzles are
completely
made
right.
for solving.
It turns out I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. No, that puzzle wasn't for babies. It's that I'm a genius.
Made it as far as it did. All right, so that was 903.
The joke's just really strong.
It is. It's the I had some inspiration from some professionals in the media. Let's put it that way. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna be here for the moment. Here it is.
Here it is.
Oh, I want to watch it in the stream happen. Yeah, there it goes.
What's up? Does my body look that nice, Aaron? Uh-huh. Looks good. I wish Aaron had muscles like that. So you like muscular girls, eh? Wait, what? Even you've got a girl like Aaron. What's that? Wait, I thought. Hold on. What? No. I mean, it would be great if I had muscles like that. Well, you do hate exercise, that's for sure. Holy shit. Holy shit, that was amazing. That's the best one so far. Oh my.
Are you okay?
John, your tip didn't work. Load this.
Gotta find him. Holy shit! I had a star too!
What happened? I wasn't anywhere near you. No! You guys can't let Wario win. Xander! No! You had one job!
I thought it was gonna jump.
He didn't even push you!
It happened so fast.
He didn't even push you!
I thought it would jump. I pressed the A button to jump.
Oh my god, he has so many coins now!
I am now Wario 64.
Holy shit! No, Bill! Bill, no! Bill!
Boy, I hope all the audio works. You know,
double audio.
Well, shit. Okay, you see, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Okay,
I was saying,
that works.
I hope all this audio works because in retrospect, maybe I should have checked it more. I'm realizing.
Nah, we have someone in chat. Hey, Pokepal, can you hear both of us? Scenario, can you hear us? Both of us?
Yeah. Everyone let me know how the audio is and all that.
Okay, both saying yes. Okay. Hey, Melanie.
Hey, Syrenne.
Screen Rant's article published 2 days ago, 10 best Sonic games for experiencing Shadow's full story.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Are there even 10 story-based games that Shadow is in?
I'm not answering that, but here's what I'm gonna say. 1, I need you to try and guess all 10 games. And 2, and more importantly, they do not set this up in least important to most important. 10 to 1 is literally, this is the order that you should experience Shadow's complete and total story in. And of course it's bullshit, which is why I'm bringing this up.
Okay, so what you're telling me is Sonic Adventure 2 is not the first one. This is a fucked up machete order where you don't play Sonic Adventure 2 first, I'm guessing.
I'm not telling you what the order is yet, but so, before you think of the order, try and name 10 games.
We now know the Syndicate leaders.
Obviously, okay, so the freebies are Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic Heroes.
Yes. Those are freebies.
With new intel.
Probably Sonic 06.
It would be very funny if they forgot about like Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 on this list. That would be very funny to me personally.
When was this published?
2 days ago, I said.
Okay, so Sonic X Shadow Generations, that brings us to 5.
Yep.
Those
all seem pretty safe. 10 games.
What other story-based games is Shadow in?
I'm not telling.
Like, I know he's in, like, every fucking spin-off, but, like, surely they're not saying, yeah, you gotta play Sonic Rivals.
You gotta play...
Battle.
Okay,
Battle.
definitely on there. No, he wasn't in Black Knight. A character that looked identical to him was in Black Knight. Get your fucking lore straight, Poke.
Okay, so we're at 6.
Yeah, there's 6 people. There are 6 games. I'm just gonna blanket say that none of these were co-published by Nintendo, so you don't need to worry about the Mario and Sonic games.
Oh my god, if any of those were on there. Am I allowed to, like, look at a list of Sonic games?
You can go to Wikipedia for research.
Wikipedia, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, but you can't use Google.
Yeah,
because
I don't want to find the list by accident.
Exactly.
Okay. Wikipedia. Okay, list of Sonic the Hedgehog video games. Okay, so
Pokemon has a suggestion if you want to hear it.
Sonic. No, they can't possibly be. He has like a single line of dialogue in that, if that.
Specifically, it's to experience Shadow's story.
Yeah. Okay.
Not just 10 best games with Shadow story.
Okay, so recap what I have. So Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06,
Yep.
Sonic X Shadow Generations, Sonic Battle.
Yep.
What is he in? Oh, Forces.
Okay.
He's not in Frontiers. I don't know if Dream Team has a story.
Dream Team does not have a story.
Okay.
I will just tell you that. So you got 7 guesses. I'm not telling you if you got 7 right. You got 7 guesses.
I legit can't find another story-based game that he's in.
Okay.
I guess Sonic Rivals. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Okay, that's 9.
Sonic Rivals 2?
Okay, are those your 10 guesses?
I'm desperately trying to find some alternative, but... I've got nothing. If Sonic Riders is on this list, I'm gonna lose my mind.
So what do you think their recommended play order is?
How
you can think about this working forward or working backward.
Have a good trip.
I mean, this has to be deeply fucked up if you're like actually asking the question, because it's like.
No, I mean, I'm just saying this is how they ordered it. If you're saying rival, for example, if you're saying rivals, then where does rivals fit in the timeline?
I don't know enough about Rivals, to be honest. I've never played it because it was PSP.
It's like that. It's like I'm not saying the obvious game isn't first or last.
Yeah.
But
okay.
like, if you have spin-offs, then this is in an order.
Okay. Adventure 2.
You need to identify
Heroes. Shadow 05.
Well,
Battle.
they are here for a business meeting.
Sonic 06.
For the description, we know that they have grey hair. They are wearing
Rivals.
They are wearing glasses.
Rivals
and
2.
wearing a necklace. We have further intel that informs us that the target has a sweet tooth, and they like.
I've forgotten one of the games that I said.
It's keeping up with the times, or simply wanting to be inspired. I'm sorry.
You said Forces.
Yeah, Forces. Okay. Oh, I miscounted. Yeah, so Forces then. Sonic Shadow. I feel like it's just gonna be release order and with Sonic Battle after Shadow 05 because that's when it chronologically takes place.
Okay. You want me to read you the list?
I don't think that's what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be something fucked up, but I genuinely cannot begin to guess what else it would be.
Okay. Do you want me to read you the list?
Go for it.
First in your list, Sonic Adventure DX. There's a reason I'm opening on this one, Melanie.
What is their logic?
Well, Shadow might not appear in Sonic Adventure DX
Please
himself.
tell me this is not about to be the Sonic prophecy with chaos thing.
That doesn't mean it's not worth playing to better understand the world Shadow finds himself in, especially during his later appearances. Following Sonic and his friends to stop Eggman from unleashing the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, players will take control of iconic characters from the series on their own interconnected journey. Even if Sonic Adventure DX is by no means necessary when it comes to understanding Shadow as a character, it provides some good background information on the circumstances leading up to his origin, primarily with the involvement of Chaos.
Oh,
So,
that fan
given
theory
that-
that's never been addressed in canon in any way?
Given that Sonic Adventure DX is the predecessor to Shadow's full introduction in Sonic Adventure 2, this remaster of one of the best Dreamcast games is a good entryway to get used to the controls and mechanics of the franchise before jumping into the sequel.
Okay.
So they're saying, no, you should start with Sonic Adventure 2, but if you're going to play Adventure 2, you should start with Adventure 1. That's their argument.
Okay.
There is a note for players who just wanting to experience Shadow Story directly. Sonic Adventure DX is not required to understand the story or the events of its sequel.
2 things. Number 1, I literally have HDR turned off right now, and Hitman because of OBS, and Hitman looks like I have HDR calibrated wrong. This is so fucked up.
Right.
Number 2, please understand the position that I'm coming from when I say that I don't get the fan theory of chaos being related to Shadow.
Same.
You know how deep in this shit I am.
I know.
And I unironically don't know the logic of the fan theory.
That's fine. I don't think that they're aware of the fan theory. I literally think their argument is you should start with Adventure 2, but before Adventure 2, you should play Adventure 1.
Oh, so their argument's just stupid.
Yeah, that's their entire argument. That's what I was saying. It has nothing to do with. They never bring up any fan theories.
Okay, but like, most people didn't play Adventure 1 before Adventure 2.
What?
Let's be. Most people played Adventure 2 first on GameCube.
No, you are saying most people your age did. There is a whole generation of people that come after you who had both of those games available at the same time.
Those people don't like Shadow.
I'm pretty sure the kids love Shadow.
People who owned a Dreamcast don't like Shadow.
I'm not talking about people who owned a Dreamcast. I'm talking about the generation after you, younger than you. For whom, when they played Sonic, Adventure 2 wasn't relevant when Adventure 2 came out on GameCube versus Adventure 1.
Those kids shouldn't play Adventure 1 at all. I was hoping they wouldn't have.
Okay. I'm just saying most people, because you're talking about the small number of GameCube owners who were your age, which is a very small number because the GameCube fucking flopped. Like, I don't know.
I just don't want to imagine a world where children are going back and playing Sonic Adventure 1.
I got bad news for you. Number 9, Sonic Adventure 2 was Shadow's debut. Number 8, Sonic Heroes is a loose continuation of SA2's storyline. Also, PokePal is making the argument that Adventure 1 is a better game than Adventure 2, and I would agree on many aspects. Adventure 1 is a significantly more refined game than Adventure 2 by virtue of having a full development cycle. Adventure 2 was fucking put out in 13 months. Adventure 1 had 2.5 years. Adventure 1 had a much better treasure hunting. Adventure 1 had a much better ratio of different play styles.
I know that I will never, like, it's not just that I'm biased, it's that I literally cannot, like, I cannot feel the same of, like, actually playing those two games as a normal person would, because it's just, like, the muscle memory was too ingrained to me from a young age. But Adventure 1 has just always felt so much jankier to me.
Yeah, because you're playing the GameCube versions, primarily.
You know,
or the subsequent remasters.
That is fair. Nowadays, I play on the PC version with mods to fix a lot of that shit, but then that's not even a fair comparison.
Yes,
because they both benefit heavily from that.
Again, just not even talking about jank, literally just mechanical design. Like, the biggest one-to-one thing is they actively made treasure hunting worse.
They did. Yeah, no, that's
And then they made you treasure hunt so much more.
Yeah, no, they did make treasure hunting worse.
The treasure hunting in Adventure 2 is bad. It is a third of the game. The shooting sections of Adventure 2 are bad. That is also a third of the game. People, like, yeah, you could talk about the Sonic sections.
Hey, Hitman's not going well, by the way.
I've seen this. Don't worry. Number 8. Sonic Heroes is a loose continuation of SA2's storyline. Number 7, Shadow the Hedgehog further explores Shadow's origins. So far, other than that first game being a curveball, this is reasonable.
Okay, Battle has to be next. If it's not next, they're hacks.
Number 6, Sonic Battle deepens Shadow's characterization.
There we go. And his connection to Emerald was important enough that generations followed up on it.
Number 5, Sonic Rivals offers smaller character details for Shadow.
Before 06? Isn't Silver in that?
Yeah. While Shadow's character in the this is not about the overall stories. This is about Shadow stories. While Shadow's character in Sonic Rivals games struggles when compared to his more fleshed out storylines, more Shadow content is always a welcome addition to the series. Luckily for Shadow fans, both Sonic Rivals titles offer entire storylines following the Hedgehog and his unlikely companionships, although with little bearing on Shadow's overarching story. Shadow even makes an unlikely alliance with the egomaniacal Eggman in Sonic Rivals, offering unlikely but interesting dynamics between iconic characters. Oh, word! When have Shadow and Eggman ever worked together? Name one time.
Okay, this is in the Ian Flynn comics. There was a really funny. Actually, I think I talked about this when we streamed Sonic Adventure 2. There's a moment where it's like one of the early arcs has like Eggman with amnesia being a good guy. And it's like Shadow's like the only one that like isn't willing to give Amnesia Eggman a chance. And it's like and like Sonic brings up, well, come on, Eggman helps us out every now and then. Like remember how like we all came together and he helped us out with the incident on the Ark. And then there's like a moment where like Shadow is glaring at Sonic and Sonic's like, oh yeah, I guess it was kind of all Eggman's fault. It's like, no, it was Shadow's fault.
Yes,
like Shadow did that.
Yeah, no, and then the second paragraph about Sonic Rivals is also this game is very hard to get and also very janky, so it's not a must play.
Yeah, Pokeball says it's really bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I know I say that about most Sonic games. It's like
this one, like especially though.
This is one of those, I don't know what you were trying to do in the kitchen. Most Sonic games, I'm like, I think I can understand what they thought they were making. Here, I'm like, what did you think you were making? Because I can't tell looking at the finished result.
Oh my god. Yeah.
My favorite thing, though, is the 4 sets of rivals. Who's Sonic's rival? Like, when you think of Sonic's rival, who do you...
Oh, no. Well, since you're asking, it can't possibly be Shadow.
There's 4 sets of rivals, so there's 8 characters.
Is Knuckles even one of the characters that is in the running?
Knuckles is one of the characters.
Okay, logically, it would be either Shadow or Knuckles.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's stupider than that, though.
Sonic's rival is Tails. Knuckles' rival is Rouge. Who's Shadow's rival?
Silver.
Nope, Metal Sonic.
Fuck off.
Who's Silver's rival?
So, like, do they, like, are they also mirrored where, like, Tails' rival is Sonic? Or is it bullshit where it's, like, Tails' rival is Amy?
You're selecting a team. So it's you pick 2 characters and they're rivals.
Okay. Who's Silver? Blaze?
SBO.
Have they met?
Yeah, in Sonic Rivals.
Fuck off.
What? That's the answer. Next game after Sonic Rivals. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Shadow's not in that.
Yes, he is.
He is?
Yes.
Why have I literally never seen a screenshot of Shadow in that game?
Because he's barely in it.
He's also... Oh my god, Boom's gonna be on this, isn't it?
We're
still on the first list. Thanks.
We're still on the first one. This is 10 best Sonic games in order for experiencing Shadow's full story.
Wait,
I'll just recap the list so far for Fangs.
Hold on, what's this purple baseball bat?
Not a clue. Number 10, the first game that they recommend you play to experience Shadow's full story, Sonic Adventure DX. Number 2, Sonic Adventure 2, then Sonic Heroes, then Shadow the Hedgehog, then Sonic Battle. Twitch drops are enabled for this game.
Whoa,
gotcha.
Cool.
Sonic Battle, then Sonic Rivals, and now Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, which here's what they have to say. While Shadow isn't a primary focus in Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, this DS title still provides some worthwhile lore and character moments that fans of the multicolored Hedgehog will appreciate. That's how I call him, multicolored Hedgehog. Shadow is presented as an antagonistic force at first in Sonic Chronicles, but eventually joins forces with Sonic's team on a mission to find and save his dear friend E123 Omega.
No,
where
that's true.
Where Sonic Chronicles shines the most in its offering is in offering more insights into Shadow's relationship with other characters, on top of being the only game on this franchise to provide a turn-based RPG experience. Unfortunately, Sonic Chronicles has been criticized for its poor representation of characters, including Shadow, and its dubious levels of canon, having been retconned not long after release over legal disputes involving character ownership. Anyways.
So I will say it is a thing that, like, Team Dark from Sonic Heroes, they are considered to, like, actually be friends.
Given that Shadow's first few appearances struggle with his characterization, meaning first few appearances in Brotherhood, Shadow would have greatly benefited from a more fleshed out sequel. They fucked him up the first time, but surely they will get it right the second time. Me downloading another fucking Persona Studio game with clown makeup on. Surely by the 8th game, they will have learned that queer people are in fact worthy of respect. Media at the Game Awards. You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. The game comes from Japan. Next up, Sonic Forces Episode Shadow DLC.
Oh, specifically Episode Shadow, of course.
Yes. And then, second to last, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 concludes Shadow's primary story arc.
Excuse me?
And then the final game is Sonic X Shadow Generations pushes Shadow to greater heights. What's up?
It is so deeply unserious to say the words, this game concludes Shadow's story arc. It is the second to last game in our list of Shadow's story arc.
Well, Sonic the yeah, because they're saying the next one tees everything up for the next decade of Shadow.
Oh boy, don't try that at home.
While Sonic the Hedgehog is Sonic 06 is one of the most criticized in the series over its it still offers some interesting character moments and storylines for fan favorite characters like Shadow. No, it doesn't. Having developed, I mean, he kicks Silver in the head in slow motion once, so that's like the slow motion makes it. Having developed a greater sense of self,
slow motion.
After it's not intended to be in slow motion.
Yeah, I guess not important. So,
after his encounter with Black Doom and Shadow the Hedgehog and his bond with Team Dark, on top of recovering from his amnesia, Shadow has fully become his own independent character for the first time. Shadow's new sense of values that are challenged and explored as the game progresses with its new villain, while further testing his relationships with other major characters and proving he's far more than a one-note rival for Sonic. While it's still up to debate if the story and characters make up for the poor reception of Sonic 06's gameplay, Shadow's story is easily the best part of this classic game. Sonic Adventure 2 is still the definitive Shadow story, but Sonic 06 is a contender for the best character portrayal and outclasses most of Shadow's appearances in the franchise. What? I mean, he says, these must be the famed tilted towers at one point.
People are so deeply unserious about this franchise sometimes.
Yes. Next list. Melanie.
Sure.
What are game rants? 10 best Nintendo DS games.
Oh no. Oh, there's so many of those though. Oh, there's too many of those though.
What do you think? Okay.
This list could be literally anything.
Melanie could be turned up louder, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, Shadow absolutely joined Gun before Sonic 06.
Yes, he did.
Which remains a hilarious concept.
Look, the movie understands Shadow better than most of the games do.
All right. So what games do you think have to be on this list? Or let's take a step back. Let me double check something, because if this is true, I will give you a gift. I will give you a gift. There are no entries. There are no franchises on this list that have more than one game on the list.
Okay.
So, for example, there's only one Pokemon entry.
Okay.
So, what are some franchises that you think have to be on this list?
Well, Pokemon.
Yes. Well, there's 9 left.
Yeah. And I'm gonna call the shot for Pokemon. It's gonna be Black White.
Okay. Not Black White 2.
What was that?
Not Black and White 2.
Oh, I forget that one exists all the time because I never actually played it.
It's the one for adults that makes you actually asks you to actually know what you're doing, and has a hard mode that requires that you optimize type matchups for every fight.
Yeah, and people are always really annoying about it. Gen 5 is my favorite, I should clarify. People are always annoying about it.
People are annoying about every generation, but yes, the Gen 5 people have gotten loud over the last few years because they're getting older. And also, their generation got fucking skipped over for the remix, which is the funniest possible thing. Just an absolute diss.
Yeah, I'll say it's specifically Black 2, White 2.
Okay.
Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
This is a different person that made this list. I'm just gonna tell you that.
We'll go Mario Kart.
Okay, so we have 2 games.
The DS Advance Wars were bad, right?
Are you asking me for my opinion or the popular consensus?
I've never played an Advance Wars, so I guess popular consensus.
None of them are bad, but people... Okay, here's the thing about everyone at Advance Wars, is everyone who played that first game loves to say they should bring Advance Wars back, and then never plays Advance Wars whenever it comes back, never plays any Advance Wars likes, and anytime they do play another one, they're like, I should just play the first one again, because that's the one I played and I liked.
They literally remade that one, and people didn't buy it.
Yep. Because people looked at it and said, I don't like this art style, I'm just going to go emulate the first one. I'm just going to go play the one I liked. That's all.
Yeah.
What people actually just want is Advance Wars 1 on NSO, and for that franchise to be dead. That franchise does nothing in Japan, which is why the second DS Advance Wars in Japan was a Club Nintendo exclusive reward game.
That's
they did that with the Game & Watch collections, they did that with the Advance Wars 2, and they did that with Excitebots on Wii. All of those had a bare minimum print run, only available as Club Nintendo rewards in Japan.
Impressive work, 47. Let me know when you're ready.
I see.
For the next assignment.
If Metroid Other M had a smaller budget, I could imagine that also being there. Of like fuck it, this is a franchise we're only making for the United States and Europe.
Let's throw Animal Crossing on this list.
Okay. Well, there's only one of those, so I don't, and just like Mario Kart, so I don't have to ask you which. So you're saying Animal Crossing Wild World, you're saying Mario Kart 9, or sorry, Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart DS.
No, that's good. Let's see Mario. I think Mario Kart 9 is gonna be on this.
Yeah, definitely. Freudian slip. I was playing Swerve earlier today.
Can I ask you a question specifically to hurt Fangs? Do you think there's ever going to be a game specifically titled Mario Kart 9?
No.
Like specifically that title?
No.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
No, their numbering is only for Nintendo internally developed Mario Karts, and they've made 9 of those already.
I just had to. Yeah,
that would exclude Home Circuit and the arcade games and the tabletop game.
Yeah.
Which I know James argues all count, but Nintendo does not think they count. But Nintendo, says, hell yeah, no, like literally, Mario Kart Tour is the 9th internally developed Mario Kart. I don't know what to tell people who are like, Mario Kart 9 on Switch 2. Like, they're not gonna port the phone game.
It'd be so funny if they just call the next one Mario Kart 11.
I mean, that would be very funny, but no, it's probably just gonna be called Mario Kart 10 or Mario Kart X. My money's on X.
Yeah, X sounds right.
Because
they need to be Fast and Furious.
Thanks. Well, maybe they should port Tour to console. Have I got news for you? Have my sibling in Christ, have you heard about the good news of the Booster Course Pass? They basically did.
No, Fangs was so okay. So the context here is that for when Mario Kart 8 released for Wii U,
yes,
I wanted Fangs to buy that fucking game to play with us, and Fangs' response was that Mario Kart 8 is only until Mario Kart 9. And then when Mario Kart 8 gets ported to Switch, and then years later it gets more content instead of Mario Kart 9.
Yeah, no, 9 is not happening. They made 9. They called it Tour. Just like they made 6 and they called it Wii.
Yeah, no, Fangs, I need to clarify, Fangs has no strong feelings about Tour in any way. They're just so mad because they said Mario Kart 8 is until Mario Kart 9.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay, so we got Mario Kart DS, we've got Black White 2, we've got Wild World. What else is going to be on this list? Best DS games. This is not first part. This is not a first party list.
Yeah. I know. That's the problem is that it's been so many years, and I was also like young enough at the time that the third party stuff is where I start to really struggle to remember a lot of it.
I will give you a hint. They are not as stupid as they could be. They are not including 3DS in this because I have heard so many people retroactively call 3DS DS.
Mm-hmm.
They are not doing that. They do understand what DS is.
I'm gonna say one of the Castlevanias.
Okay. So that's a franchise that should be there.
Yeah. God, why am I forgetting every DS game that ever existed right now?
I'll check the perimeter. Over.
I'm gonna specifically predict that Zelda is not there.
Okay.
I think that they're gonna be Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Track haters.
Okay.
Sir, for Christ's sake. Calling in! Calling in!
Shit. I can't remember the DS.
Do you wanna just have me start reading the list?
Let me look at Virtual Console DS games on the Wii U real quick.
Sure. That'll be a list of first-party only games. A subset of them.
Shit. Fuck. I don't remember third-party on DS at all. Fuck. I don't think I had a lot of them because I was a stupid kid that didn't have agency. $358.
Get the fuck out of here. Recoded is the better game, and even Screen Rant probably knows that deep down in their hearts. Also, I love that they have a site called Game Rant, but this post is on Screen Rant.
Really? That's
Yeah.
okay.
It's so, every time it's so funny.
Oh. Suki, are you seeing this shit? Fuck. Is there a way I could just like Google third-party 3DS? Third-party DS games.
No, I was gonna tell you the list.
Okay.
Number 10, Professor Layton into the Unwound Future.
Fucking hell. Oh.
This list
okay,
is just
Phoenix
me
writes
telling
on
you-
this then. Phoenix writes on this.
Me telling you the full list is just gonna make you go fucking hell over and over again at the things you
I
forgot.
don't remember the DS. The DS isn't real. It can't hurt me.
Number 9, Animal Crossing Wild World.
Okay.
Number 8, Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies.
Oh, I sure did forget that existed.
That's a first-party game in the West.
Glad you're on my side.
Number 7, Pokemon Black 1 and White 1.
Oh.
Psych yourself out. Number 6, New Super Mario Brothers.
Fuck off.
How did you forget that?
I didn't. I made a choice not to.
That is a mistake that you are coming at from a Nintendo perspective, a Nintendo fan perspective. New Super Mario Brothers not only is, I believe, the best-selling game on the entire system, it's also the first 2D Mario game in 15 years when it came out.
Fine. And you know what? Even from a Nintendo fan perspective, it didn't get egregious until they remade that single game 20 times. So
they made a new Super Mario Brothers game for the first time since Super Mario World in 1991.
Okay, I'll take that L.
Number 5, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow.
Okay.
Number 4, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
Oh, I expected them to be haters. Okay.
Number 3, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. How the fuck did you forget about Mario and Luigi? We were talking about it an hour ago.
Huh. Look, in my head, Mario and Luigi is... I don't ever remember that Bowser's Inside Story exists for some reason.
Number 2, Mario Kart DS.
Okay.
What do you think number 1 is? The number 1 best Nintendo DS game of all time.
Let's say Phoenix Wright.
Well done.
Chrono Trigger.
This will surely be a
Fuck off.
They never said exclusive.
Fuck off.
I never said exclusive.
Fuck off. No. Fuck off. Christ. I can't believe this. That's some
Were you
bullshit.
going down this list up until then being like, this is a perfectly normal seeming list? Why would Syrenne
Yeah,
be
that's
reading
a
this to
hell
me?
of a swerve.
Why?
For a second, I was starting to think like, wait, Syrenne is giving me a normal list.
I try not to do that too often. All right. Dragon Ball. 8 characters with the most victories. First question. Game rant, screen rant. We're gonna do that on all of these now.
Oh my god. Screen rant.
Game rant.
Fuck off.
So it's about the anime. So this is ranked descending to ascending. There are 8 characters. These are only the characters at the top.
Okay, please understand, I will not be able to name a single character outside of Z. I've never seen Super, and I don't remember anything about original Dragon Ball.
You're in luck. All 8 of these characters appear in Z.
Okay.
Nothing at my position.
At least in some form.
Okay.
I don't think that you'd be able to guess all of them based on that, but they all appear in Z.
Mm-hmm.
They went through and made a win, loss, and draw count for every single one of these characters.
Oh, we did math.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's the most.
Oh.
So no, this is not wins versus losses like subtracted. This is just like who has the highest wins, and then as supplemental information.
No, okay,
losses and draws.
so it's not like a vibes list though.
No. This is objective.
Okay. Shit. Oh, Dragon Ball was such a different time in my life.
I'm gonna need you to guess 1 to 8 in that order.
In that who
has the most wins in Dragon Ball? All of Dragon Ball.
That's tough. I don't think it's Goku because he spends a lot of time dead. Oh no, but it will be counting original Dragon Ball and Super. Oh, maybe it is Goku.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Goku also would be like one of the only characters that's there throughout the entire franchise, so he just has the most fights. He just has like the most opportunities to win.
I mean, there's a lot of characters from Dragon Ball that persist through everything.
Yeah, but like how many of them are
also,
like...
there's also not as many fights in original Dragon Ball as you're thinking.
Okay.
It ends on a tournament arc, but like it's not a combat show. It's an adventure show.
Okay.
Z is where it swerves into becoming a combat show.
Okay.
So if they're around at the start of Z, then you know.
Okay. Okay. So then my question, the first thing I want to try to solve is, who do I think could have more wins than Goku? I don't think it's Krillin because Krillin loses a lot. I genuinely can't think of a single like full-on win Krillin gets.
Well, good news, because every character that's on here also has a list of notable victories and notable losses.
Cool. I don't think Piccolo has enough fights to be higher than Goku.
Wait, let me double check something. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at their first two paragraphs to see if there's anything that is like really, really crucial here. But no.
I'm trying to think. Do I think Vegeta has more wins than Goku?
I was gonna say that feels like those are gonna be at least 2 of the top 3, if not the top 2.
Yeah.
In terms of who has the most fights.
That's a tough call.
Oh. I will give you an unrelated hint. But this might not be giving the game away as much as you think.
Yeah.
An instant win is not considered a fight by this list's eyes. So, for example, Majin Buu turning someone into candy and eating it, is not considered a win unless it was in the middle of a fight. Okay. So, when he goes around the world and starts destroying the whole world, every city, that is not counted as a win.
I'd say
just
that
as an
makes sense.
example.
The fact that I never watched Super feels like there's such a wild card of I don't know.
How much do you know? How much are you okay if I just give you the 1-sentence description of all of the Super arcs in case that helps you?
I have the vaguest idea of most of Super, but I could probably give a decent 5-sentence summary of Super, but not like what specific characters are involved in any specific part.
Yeah. Okay. So here's one sentence on each arc, specifically mentioning the main characters. Okay. So arc 1, or arcs 1 and 2 are just the adaptations of the last 2 Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yeah, which
So
I did see those two.
Yeah, arc 1 is basically Goku and Vegeta versus Beerus, and arc 2 is essentially Goku and Vegeta versus Frieza.
Yeah.
Arc 3 is a mini tournament arc between 5 different fighters of Universe 6, Gohan, Piccolo, Majin Buu, Goku, and Vegeta, versus, or their Universe 7, versus an alternate universe, because Dragon Ball Super is all about the multiverse. Like, that is actually the central theme of Dragon Ball Super. That last 19 episodes, each character really only engages in 1 or 2 fights during that arc. Then there is the Future Trunks / Goku Black arc.
Wait, hold on. That arc 3 you mentioned actually sounds like I've never heard of it. Why are they fighting?
Excuse me. You're not allowed here, you know.
Because
I hope we never meet.
because Champa, who is Beerus's like alternate version from the other universe, from that other like multiverse, is jealous of all of the culinary options available on Earth, and there isn't an Earth in his universe, and so he wants to. They're engaging in a tournament where the winner will keep Earth in their universe so that the God of Destruction can eat.
I have never heard anyone talk about this part of Super.
This is an incredibly fun part of Super because it introduces basically all of my favorite Glup Shitos of Super into one arc of like 5 episodes. It's really, really fun.
I have heard the name Champa at least. Like, that is familiar to me.
Yeah, Zero is here.
Hi, Zero.
I am here.
Zero, I need your help. You would know this so much better than I would.
Okay, I'm listening.
So Melanie is trying to figure out Dragon Ball characters with the most wins.
Ooh.
I'm giving 1-sentence summaries of the arcs of Super because she doesn't know anything about Super. Then Future Trunks and Goku Black is primarily going to be Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks fighting against OCs, Goku Black and Zamasu. Goku Black is considered a different character than Goku for the purposes of this list. So,
yeah, I mean, he literally is.
Yeah, different character.
I am aware of his true identity. So
okay, and then the last is a 55-episode mega tournament arc featuring 80 fighters. I'm not going to list everything, but basically any major fighter from Dragon Ball Z that you can think of probably present in that tournament arc.
It is it is a very exhausting arc.
Yes, it is. It takes 1 year and 1 month to air that entire arc.
Christ.
And then the show ends. And then there's a lot more in the manga, but that does not exist for the purposes of this list. So, Zero, this is an objective list. These are the top 8. We're only sorting by wins. Melanie has narrowed 2 of the top 3 down to Vegeta and Goku, but does not know where either of them would lie. Does not really know anywhere else on the list. Hi, James.
Yeah, the fact how little I know about Super just feels like too big a blind spot for me to really be able to figure this out.
I would not throw Super too dramatically into your calculations. I would say Super influences significantly influences the placing of 2 of these characters out of 8.
Okay. I guess, okay, who gets a lot of wins? Okay. I'm pretty sure, I don't know which is number 1 and which is number 2, but I'm pretty confident Goku and Vegeta are number 1 and number 2.
Okay. I'll tell you that number 1 and number 2 aren't close.
Okay.
What?
Okay. I think Piccolo's probably on this list. Piccolo seems like a cool dude.
High or low on this list?
Low.
Okay.
I think Piccolo is generally depicted as very competent, but also doesn't tend to be on the front lines as much. Gohan spends some time on the front lines and gets some good wins, but then also kind of stops being front lines pretty quick.
Gohan?
I think Gohan's gonna be...
Gohan takes a back seat in Super, but is front seat for all of Z. Like every major
front
fight.
seat in Boo?
Yeah.
But also he jobs pretty hard in Boo arc. So
He does. You know, he fights he fights a lot. They cut away for 25 episodes to Elder Kai doing a dance around him while he meditates about a sword.
yeah.
I remember less about Z than I thought I did.
That's fine. James says because Chrono Trigger isn't a DS game. Yes, it is. A sword he doesn't use. That's correct. No, because the sword cracks in half, and then sorry, I was talking about the Supreme Kai. The Elder Kai comes out of the sword and starts sexually harassing Gohan's mom in front of him.
I do not think I even remember the character of Elder Kai.
Good.
It's a SNES game with a DS remake, James.
Retargeting the motor impulse control to memory
It is objectively a DS game, but a serious person would not have put it on the list.
No, that entire list is funny because it was 10 games and 10 through 2 were deeply serious picks, and then number 1 out of nowhere was Chrono Trigger.
Zuki, are you seeing this shit?
It was a very legitimate and serious and well-considered list until it swerves in the number 1 spot, which is always where this fucking shit goes if it seems normal. It only seems normal because they have an agenda.
Yeah, it fucking goes places.
Okay, so you have Piccolo, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku. Do you want to think any longer, or do you want me to just tell you the answers?
Oh, I'm realizing I don't remember Z as well as I thought I did, so I think I might as well just...
Okay, Zero, do you want to take any quick guesses?
Overall wins, I'd probably put Tien up there because he had a big run in original Dragon Ball, right? So
he did. I will say that last place is a tie with 15 wins, so if you don't think that Tien got 15, then Tien wouldn't be on the list, but...
That's a good... I'm wondering, No, he couldn't have gotten 15 wins. I'm sorry, Tien. He's one of my favorite characters, and I think
no. I mean, Tien falls so hard as soon as Z starts.
Like, he recovers a little bit in Super, but only a little bit.
Yeah, speaking as someone who has primarily seen Z and no other version of Dragon Ball, I'm like,
yeah.
when does Tien matter?
Like... Tien is a major character in Dragon Ball. Here, Melanie, all those fucking jobbers from the beginning of Z, like Yamcha and Tien and Chaozu and Korin and Roshi, like, all of them major characters in original Dragon Ball. They're only there for continuity.
I knew Yamcha was like there the entirety of original Dragon Ball. I did see like the beginning of Dragon Ball.
Yamcha was Yamchaing even in Dragon Ball, so.
Oh yeah, no, Yamcha sucked. I never said they were good characters, but they were big. They were. He was a main-ish character. He is not a main character in Z.
Yeah,
he is a punchline in Z. There's a reason that people just know about him from being as seen in the Yamcha hole.
Yeah. Other than that, I would put I think Frieza would be up there just as like an antagonist who's had a good chunk of Just
They've
overall.
really yeah. Of all the antagonists, Frieza sure wins a lot. Anything else?
I'm just trying to think, like, who would have fought that many times?
Yeah, because like you would think like most powerful, you'd immediately go to like Goku and Jiren, but Jiren refuses to fight for the first 40 episodes of that arc.
What?
Yeah, it's a 55 episode arc, and the main antagonist just sits back and lets other people fight for the first 40 episodes.
No wonder everyone hates Jiren.
He's literally in a corner meditating.
Yeah, it's because he wants to conserve his energy so that when everyone fights him, they're already tired.
All I know about Jiren, genuinely, is that he's the strongest, quote-unquote, the strongest, and the line, attacks that exploit weaknesses are not true strength.
Yep.
That is very accurate. And
he's broken as shit in fighters for similar reasons as Ultra Instinct Goku is broken as shit in fighters.
I'm just trying to think, like, overall, who's had that many fights? Like,
I'll give you some hints. There's one other antagonist on this list.
oh, then it'd be either.
Would it be Cell?
Would it be Cell?
So cell absorptions, unless they came in the context of a fight, would not count on this list for the same reason that Boo going around and destroying cities does not count for this list.
One of the androids, maybe, then?
This is it. We've tracked down the syndicate leader. You need to identify the target first.
I don't remember the android arc very well, so I don't actually, like...
I'm trying to think of, like, the androids actually fighting, and, like, they have a few fights, but not nearly that many.
We know this. They are here for a business meeting. As for their identity...
Well, isn't 17 important in Super, where that boosts his numbers?
17 and 18 are valuable in Super.
Yeah, they
17 more so.
17 especially in that final arc. So
yes. All right. Do we want to just get started?
Yeah, might as well get started.
Yeah. Also, James says Yamcha's probably one of the strongest humans to ever live. The problem is he's surrounded by aliens and deities.
It's completely true.
Isn't that also kind of the case with Mr. Satan? Like, isn't he actually like a real fighter? He's just not.
He's a genuinely strong dude. He's just, again,
he is the equivalent of a real world WWE fighter, which is to say that yes, he's very strong and you shouldn't pick a fight with him. And it is very physically impressive to be doing all of those stunts. They are stunts, but it is still very physically impressive to do all of those stunts.
Dude pulls like 3 buses, so.
Yes. Like, no, dude is actually very strong. He's also a fucking carny.
Okay.
All right. So the last 3 on this list are tied at 15 wins.
Okay.
So they've settled everything else. They've settled these back 3 based on versus losses. Number 8, Piccolo, 15 wins, 15 losses, 4 draws.
Okay.
So a perfectly even, perfectly balanced win rate. Notable victories versus Raditz and Gamma 2. Notable losses versus Goku and Frieza. Number 7.
This is how I know I don't know enough about Dragon Ball, because you say Gamma 2, and I'm like, what in the fuck does that mean?
Gamma 2 is from the most recent, the second Super movie.
Okay.
Yeah, the superhero movie. So
the one that actually kind of has deeply the less good of the 2 Super movies.
Yeah. Okay. So I must also note that the character from that movie that just got added to Sparking Zero, their addition to Sparking Zero, I don't know, man.
They added 13 characters.
Okay, Cell Max. I was not aware that character even existed.
that's fine. He's not a character. He's a plot device.
Okay.
Yeah, Zero is completely correct. Number 7, Master Roshi, 15 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw.
He has that many on-screen fights?
He fucking does.
So I know that I know that his deal is like, okay, yeah, but like in his day he was legitimately an incredible fighter. I didn't know he had that many on-screen fights.
So the thing is, he gets more fights again in Super.
So. Yes, he fights. The vast majority of his fights are in Dragon Ball, and then he has a couple of actual legitimate wins in Super.
Mm-hmm.
Notable victories versus Goku versus Krillin. Notable losses versus Tien versus King Piccolo. Number 6, Android 17. 15 wins, 2 losses, 5 draws. Notable victories versus Dr. Gero and Jiren. Notable losses versus Cell and Jiren.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Roommates need help with something.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna refill my water.
Okay.
And I guess that just leaves me. Just want to point out the Red Ranger Isekai is a really stupid fun time. It is. I have read a good chunk of the manga. Hi, thanks. How y'all doing tonight? You hear rustling, I'm filling my cookie jar with Oreos.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Also,
I'm back.
Doesn't win v Jiren and lost v Jiren just sum up everything about Dragon Ball right there?
And remember, that's the same arc.
Yes, no, that's like 3 episodes apart. Okay. Number 5. We're finally into the legitimately more than 15 wins.
Okay.
Krillin, 20 wins, 15 losses,
Really?
3 draws. Notable victories versus Chaozu and Guldo. Notable losses versus Nappa, Frieza, and Cell.
Okay, so he's pulling a lot of numbers from Dragon Ball.
A lot of Dragon Ball and early Namek.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Frieza. 20 wins, 6 losses, 4 draws.
Yeah, Frieza really steps up in Super, right?
Super steps up in Super. No,
what is going on here in Hitman?
I don't fucking know. Looks like a scene out of The Sims. Notable victories versus Vegeta versus Gohan versus Frost. Notable losses versus Goku versus Future Trunks RIP and versus Broly. Number 3, Gohan. 22 wins, 15 losses, 5 draws. Notable victories versus Raditz versus Perfect Cell versus Cell Max. Notable losses versus Nappa versus Frieza versus Super Buu. Number 2, Vegeta. 31 wins, 21 losses, 9 draws. At least it's positive. At least his fucking ratio is positive, even if he's only won like 52% of the fights he's been in. Fucking Vegeta. Notable victories versus Android 19 versus Semi-Perfect Cell versus Top. Notable losses versus Frieza versus Android 18 versus Goku Black. And then number 1, Goku with 79 wins.
Christ.
28 losses and 26 draws. Please do not forget, Melanie, you said, oh, he was dead a lot in Z. He was winning a tournament while he was dead in Z.
That's true.
How you doing?
Yeah, but wasn't that a filler arc?
Are they victories?
I guess so. I don't.
Does it fucking matter if it was?
When you said that the super manga count, I was like, okay, so I'm assuming just only like canon material.
No, I said super manga doesn't count. It's just anime.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no,
I barely paid attention to that fucking tournament.
Yeah, no, this is not Dragon Ball and DBZ Kai and Super. This is also, I don't know if this would count GT or not, but either way, it wouldn't impact the list. Because Goku only wins like 2 fights in GT anyway.
Say what?
And that's against Baby and Omega Shenron. Or Sin Shenron, I think.
It's Screen Rant, not Page Rant.
Yeah, I have not. No, this is not Screen Rant. This is Game Rant. Remember?
Still not Page Rant.
All right. Next list. All 17 doctors in Doctor Who ranked worst to best.
I invite you all to briefly observe Suki.
I appreciate
The child.
So first question, Melanie.
Yep.
Screen Rant or Game Rant?
Has to be Screen Rant, right?
You're correct.
Okay.
So...
the fucking closed captions took that as has to be screaming, right?
I mean, internally, yes.
I'm always screaming.
Failing the campaign has resulted in the syndicate
So.
going into hiding. But don't give up. I'm sure your next execution.
Who do you think gets placed at the top? Who do you think gets placed at the bottom? Also, can you even name all 17 doctors?
Ooh, okay. I'll start with the easy ones.
Yes.
Christopher Eccleston.
Oh, I'm not even talking about actors. Just, like...
Oh,
Can you
1,
even give me
2,
the
3,
titles?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
there's-
now you're pausing.
I know there's War Doctor.
Okay. 1 through 11, War Doctor. That's
Well,
12.
okay. Well, there's Capaldi's 12.
Yep.
Whitaker's 13. We have 14 now, right? Yes, 14's currently running. Yes. Okay. So then War Doctor's 15.
No one help.
War Doctor's 15.
I couldn't help even if I wanted to.
Oh, is this counting Tenant 2?
Is Tenant 2 a different character?
I don't know. Well, none of them are a different character. They're all the same character.
That's not true.
Fuck off. Is this counting the Valyard?
This is not counting the Valeyard.
Okay.
I will say that you have named everyone that would come out of Classic Who. This is mostly about, are you up to date on Doctor Who's bullshit?
Okay, there's like 4 different tenants, and I don't know how many of them count as different characters or not. I sure am not up to date on, on Modern Who's bullshit.
Okay, well let's move on from trying to figure out those last 2. Here's the 4 criteria. The actor's performance, the quality of their writing, the overarching character arc, and their interactions with supporting cast.
Okay.
Who do you think's going to be number 1?
How basic do I predict this to be?
Published 4 days ago.
I feel like number 1's going to be either Tennant or Smith.
And do you think number 2's going to be the other one?
You know, in a swerve, no.
Right.
I don't know the classic Doctors very well. There like might have been a time when I could name all of the actors, and I think I could still name a few of them, but there's a chance that this person could also like be going for like 9 as their Glup Shadow. Not a Glup Shadow. That's not what that means. Like they're Blorbo.
Yes. For this list, because broadly speaking, there's not really a question as to who is going to make the list, because everyone is going to make the list.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you exactly 1 hint, and it's your choice. If you tell me a number or actor, I will tell you where it is on the list, so that you can use that as information to try and detect the rest of the list. So if you guess number 1, that might not tell you a lot about everything else, but if you manage to guess like number 6, that could be very helpful.
Where's Jodie Whittaker?
Jodie Whittaker is number 16 out of 17.
Okay.
That is a great question to ask. There is only one doctor on this list they consider to be worse than Jodie Whittaker. Let me put it this way. If I'm judging this based on the actor's performance, I would put Jodie Whittaker in the top half. If it was based on the quality of their writing and their overarching character arc, I would keep digging to try and find a new hole to
I've heard such terrible things about that era of the show.
It's the worst era of TV I have ever forced myself to watch. And I mean era, not like show, but like of a long-running show. I can't think of another era in a long-running show that was worse than that.
I just constantly hear about how it's like no one likes that era of the show. Like people like Jodie Whittaker specifically, not that iteration of the Doctor.
No,
specifically
she got so
Jodie
fucked
Whittaker
over by her head writer, and the head writer left at the same time as her, so she never got any time with a different head writer ever.
Oh God, it's so sad.
So bad. I wanted to love it so much. Episode 3 was, we gotta make sure that Rosa Parks gets to the back of the bus so she can be racism against. That was episode 3 of Jodie Whittaker.
That sounds like they wanted to do the Pompeii episode again, but like had no ability to actually do that.
Such a bad run. Also, that specifically is like heralded as one of the top 5 episodes of her run, if that should tell you anything about the level of quality you're dealing with there.
Jeez.
It is just an abject nightmare.
Maybe TV was a mistake.
So who do you think? So you're thinking that number 1 is either Smith or Tennant. Who do you think's the last place?
Bon voyage, 47.
Right now, I'm really fixated on where does War Doctor go? Because War Doctor is a weird one for this list.
I'm surprised. I figured that would actually be the one that you asked about. That you were going to ask about War Doctor or Eccleston.
I should have.
Welcome to Mumbai. We have intel that the Syndicate is present in the...
Yeah, shit. Those are both ones that people could have like really strong feelings about where they go on this list. Fuck. Who's below Jodie Whittaker?
I'm sure it's him. My cousin lives down here.
I will give you.
I mean, if it's one of the classic ones, I will effectively not be able to guess it.
I will. The only thing I'm going to say is that the first sentence of their last place is, sadly, the bottom of the list can only be actors blank Doctor.
I want to say that might mean it's either Eccleston or War Doctor.
Those suitcases could just contain the products he's selling.
Oh God. The problem is that there was this period of my life where I was so deeply into Doctor Who, and it was such a brief period of my life. It did not last long.
Let's go through the bottom 5 and then reconvene.
Okay.
Number 17, last place. The 6th Doctor, Colin Baker, who had the deep misfortune of having his run be while the BBC was actively trying to cancel the show.
Oh.
And so they kept telling it, get darker and edgier, get darker and edgier. And his opening episode literally has him throttling his companion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Also, he felt so slighted and disrespected that when it came for the 7th Doctor, he refused to be in the regeneration scene. So it happens under a fucking blanket.
Oh my god.
He's like, I am not going to set for one more day. Fuck you.
Who can blame him?
Yes. No, like, no one has been quite let down so much as this, like, Colin Baker on the Six Doctors. Oh, it's not a blanket. It's a fucking whatever.
Point is, he didn't. The important part is he didn't show up to set.
Yeah, no, he extremely did not show up to set. It's even stupider. Yeah, number 16, Jodie Whittaker.
Wait, is he the one that like they had a body double like walk in and like stumble onto the like fall face first into the snow?
More or less, yeah. It's yes. He is specifically, yes, he's the only one that was not on set for the regeneration.
Okay.
It's a rainbow face effect on the next actor in a wig. That's yes. Number 15, Paul McGann's 8th Doctor.
I get it.
He was only on screen twice. There was the movie, and then there was a mini-sode in 2013, so that they could finally show him regenerating.
I remember really liking that mini-sode at the time. I've never seen the movie.
The movie is fucking terrible and wildly anti-Asian racist for no reason.
Oh, that's...
Pokepal, this has nothing to do with Big Finish whatsoever.
Yeah, I've heard like a lot of people though like really go to bat for that.
Yeah, because they fucking try and give him a whole doctor's worth of stories in audiobooks, and he's been up for it the whole time because he's not busy with work these days.
Yeah.
Number 14, Joe Martin as the Fugitive Doctor, 2020 to 2022.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was from the fucking Jodie Whittaker era.
Fuck.
She was there for like 3 episodes. She wasn't told that she was getting cast as the Doctor when she auditioned.
Okay. That's a choice. I guess.
Remember how the fucking 13th Doctor, there was like all this weird retcons where they weren't actually a Time Lord?
Yes.
Yeah, she's from that era. So she's an ancient regeneration.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's so the Fugitive Doctor is like from a long time ago.
Yes, pre-William Hartnell. Speaking of,
God,
13,
this show
William
got dumb.
Hartnell. Yeah, 13, William Hartnell. All right, so that's the bottom 5. So we've got Colin Baker, where the BBC was actively trying to sabotage him. Jodie Whittaker, where the screenwriters were actually actively trying to sabotage her by incompetence. Paul McGann, who had 2 showings. Joe Martin, who had 3 showings. And the First Doctor. Now, where do you think people are going to fall on the list?
Oh, yeah, that almost makes it harder. Because it feels like...
It eliminates most of the obviously divisive ones.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the actor names of all of the ones that you... Doctors that you... Like, numbered doctors that have not come up on the list yet?
Okay, well, I know... So, I know... 4th Doctor is, like, the really popular classic one.
Yep, Tom Baker.
For some reason, I think people also like 5.
Yeah, he's pleasant. He's weird.
I think 3 is considered to be okay.
3 is when the Doctor joins up with the military on Earth for almost his entire reincarnation and runs military ops.
That's neat.
It's the equivalent of shadow joining gun. The Doctor works for a unit for an entire life.
That's a very good way to put it. Very good way to get me to get it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about 2.
That's Patrick Troughton.
something, yeah.
That's his. I mean, that is the writers are starting to lean into like who the Doctor is, because like regeneration and like being a Time Lord and like all the other shit like really only started to happen because William Hartnell was getting sick.
Yeah, like that was never like meant to be a conceit of the show until they had to replace the actor, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And they didn't say the word regeneration until the second regeneration had happened.
Yeah. What's the deal with 7?
The show was canceled during his run, but he's delightful. He's weird. He's silly. He's very lighthearted. I will say that a lot of the stories that he's part of are terrible and stupid, but that's not his fault.
Yeah.
And they're not like bad in a Jodie Whittaker way where it's like, oh, you are trying to salt the earth for everything that comes after you.
God.
Jodie Whittaker was like if there was like r/Doctor Who got to write the show for 4 years, and it was just whatever post got most upvoted.
Okay.
That's what the fucking Jodie Whittaker run was. But yeah, Pokepal says 7 got 1 bad season and 2 pretty solid ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something that I'm also considering is with regards to the newest Doctor. Where the person writing this falls on the spectrum between you and another person that we have talked to about Doctor Who in the past.
Yeah, racism. Yeah, how do you feel about gay black men?
No, that's the question.
If you're comfortable with the idea of a gay black man, he's doing a great job.
Where does this writer fall? That's a hard question.
Sure loved to justify how I could possibly be liking that season with because I think it's good.
Christ, I haven't even watched this season, and just there's so many bad takes from those conversations. Christ. Anyway, to get us back on.
Yeah, people don't like the drag queen episode either because it has a trans actress.
Fuck. To get us back on track, I'm gonna say 9's dead center of this list.
Okay, so out of 17, you're thinking that they're like 8 or 9?
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't tell you what the mathematical dead center of 17 is.
8.5.
Whatever it is. Yeah. Then
So
like
it's one of those two. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 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 I'm gonna say Tennant's number 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Tom Baker's number 2.
Okay. And then you think Matt Smith is number 3?
Yeah. I'm gonna say Capaldi is exactly 1 spot above Eccleston.
Okay.
Okay, our bottom 5 were
So the ones that are no longer in the list, Colin Baker 6, Dr. 6, Jodie Whittaker Dr. 13, Paul McGann Dr. 8, Joe Martin, one of the character you couldn't name, and William Hartnell Dr. 1.
Okay. Okay, so we've done Tenant 1, Tom Baker 2, Matt Smith 3. I'm gonna say War Doctor 4. It's a weird choice.
Okay.
But something it feels like this person would be weirdly fixated on the idea of the Doctor at war. Then let's throw in 5th Doctor.
Mm-hmm. 5th at 5. Where's 7? Where is Shurigatwa? Where is 2? Where is 3?
I'm gonna say Shurigatwa is now right here.
Okay.
That's it. 6th place. Then 3. I don't know when we hit that dead center point with like Capaldi and Eccleston and everything, but like just assume that when we hit that we skip over and just go to the next number. Then 2, then 7.
Okay. You ready for the rest of the list?
Sure. I'm probably like nowhere near right on any of this.
Number 12, Peter Davison, the 5th Doctor.
Okay.
This is where they start having pretty much just positive things to say about the Doctors.
Okay.
Number 11, Shurigatwa. Although they specifically go out of their way to say that it's not because of that, and they go out and say that 2 of their favorite episodes are like one of them is the one about race and one of them is the one about him being queer, and so they're like, no, I'm one of the good ones. Is basically what they're saying here. However, that because Shurigatwa was unavailable for filming for like 3 of the episodes out of the 8, that he was just kind of let down by his actor availability.
Okay.
Which is like, I don't like it, but sure. He was wrapping up Sex Education on Netflix when the show started filming, so there are more Dr. Light episodes per season than is normal.
I could see that like being a stupid take. That's like, okay, whatever.
And then number 10, David Tennant.
Okay.
2022 to 2023 as the 14th Doctor.
Fuck.
Welcome to Veneto Lakes, Argentina. Intel tells us that the operative Cynthia...
Is War Doctor not on? Wait, where did I mathematically...
You didn't add it up equally.
Oh.
You added up to 11. And I just moved on.
Okay, you know, that's fair.
People are mad that seasons are only 8 episodes. Shooty is probably my favorite actor to embody the role. He's just having so much fun every time. Number 9, Christopher Eccleston. So you were exactly right that it was going to be dead center of the list one way or the other.
Okay.
Number 8, John Hurt as the War Doctor.
Okay.
Number 7.
I mean, they are functionally the same character, but
Yes. Number 7, John Pertwee, the 3rd Doctor.
okay.
Number 6, Patrick Troughton, the 2nd Doctor. Number 5, Peter Capaldi. Number 4, Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor. Number 3, Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor. Number 2, David Tennant, the 1st. Number 1, Matt Smith.
Okay.
He's pretty, apparently.
The damnedest.
No, their argument is actually, they believe that his arc is more consistent, which is code for you buy into a Boomerang did it as a valid reason.
I think about, but I've never watched Sherlock. Okay, that's not completely true. Both of my exes tried to get me to watch Sherlock.
Sherlock is so fucking terrible. I'm so sorry that you having 100% hit rate on former relationships, not being able to sniff through Moffat's bullshit. I'm so sorry. The luck is so toxically bad. Don't worry, so is all of this. Also, Melanie, do you know what the upcoming Doctor Who spin-off is for for this year? Because we're not just getting a new season of Doctor Who this year. We are also getting the incredibly poorly titled, and the logo truly has to be seen to be believed, The War Between the Land and the Sea.
Syrenne, as soon as you say the words, the logo has to be seen to be believed. Like,
Post it.
Yeah, can you like pull? No, can you pull that up on like the YouTube, the YouTube Discord stream? Like, not literally on YouTube, but like, you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay. Let me. I'm trying. Let me try and find it because it is. So the official logo hasn't been put out, but it's online if you know where to look.
Okay.
So let me.
Also, shout out to this Hitman mission for being like, oh, like your prestige.
Shit.
Your prestige objective this time is to blow open the safe, and then it didn't spawn a save.
Great.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's loading.
BBC, The War Between the Land and the Sea.
This is also how I learned they're making it new Percy Jackson.
Oh, it's like 3 seasons in already.
Real? What?
It's one of the only Disney Plus shows that like people watch and gets renewed season after season.
Admittedly, like I've never really been into Percy Jackson. Like I'm not surprised that it's like this escaped my notice. But like, what do you mean it's 3 seasons in and I've never heard of it? And it's like actually doing well. What do you mean?
It's 3 seasons in.
And I've never heard of it.
Also, yes, the BBC did it. Oh, sorry, no. I am incorrect. It's been greenlit for 3 seasons. The second season is coming out. My apologies. Yes, the BBC was stupid and did an NFT thing for Doctor Who because
a lot of people got conned into doing NFTs.
Yeah, sure. So no, this comes from a what is Disney Plus's 2025 original programming slate document that leaked, and people who hadn't heard about this show kept looking at this and trying to think who the fuck would name something that poorly, and I'm like, Russell T Davies, who has enough of a fucking Disney blank check that he can get away with naming anything.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't quote me on this, because this is not announced, but my understanding is that it's also rated TVMA.
Really?
Okay.
And that they're like, no, what if we did Torchwood but good this time? And we, like, paid attention to it. And, like, I actually was supervising it instead of just greenlighting the show and letting Chris Chibnall run it, who would then go on to showrun The 13th Doctor.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no.
I never, somehow in my obsessed with Doctor Who haze in early college, I never watched a single episode of Torchwood.
No, you're good.
That is my understanding nowadays.
Nothing about that show has aged well. Not a single thing. Least of all the main actor. Anyways. It's 5 episodes. It's coming out late this year, and it's basically going to be what happens when UNIT goes to war and the Doctor's not there to make them pretend that they're not a military institution.
That sounds cool.
Yes. Is like, hey, we want to actually like reinforce to you, yes, they are a fucking brutal military institution, even when the Doctor is friends with some of them. So they're making like a 5 episode.
That does sound like the kind of thing some people need to be told.
Yes. hey, maybe it's worth pointing out, Russell T Davies only came back to this show so that he could change its fucking legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he came back because he's like, actually, I've got some fucking shit to say about race, gender, and sexuality, and war crimes and the history of Doctor Who. Who's to say?
He's coming in to save us.
Honestly, that's why I was like, I will give this new run a shot, and then suddenly, like, I was like, oh wait, like I was telling you when these specials were airing, I was like in the chat with you and Neil, and I was like, I think this new Doctor Who might slap.
Sorry, what? In the what chat?
In the chat formerly known as the Bassoon Platoon.
Okay.
And
the closed captions got in the chat formerly known as the business.
Fuck yeah, it did. And so yes, I don't know. It's unit literally runs prison camps and has the power to detain anyone indefinitely with no oversight. They sure do. Yes,
So here's my question about like unit and the classic era and everything. Were the writers aware that the unit was a brutal military organization? Like
before the reboot?
No, like in the classic series. Like, did they realize what they were doing?
Okay. They were treating it like James Bond treats MI6.
Okay.
Oh, they're the good guys. They just have a lot of government funding and military opportunity. But like so does the CIA, and the CIA is unquestionably the good guys in the 60s, 70s, and 80s pop culture.
Yeah.
Specifically pop culture.
As we know, the CIA has never done anything wrong.
Exactly. Anyways, so that's a good, very subjective list, right? Now it's time to move to an objective list. Doctor Who, every doctor ranked by kill count. This is the punchline. This was posted 5 hours ago. I'm so happy it was. I had that last one bookmarked and ready to read on the last when we were thinking of going live like 2-3 days ago, and then this one came up, and I'm so glad that we didn't go live for that, because this is so good.
Yeah, okay. I need to run to the bathroom real quick, but okay.
Ranked by kill count. How are you doing, Zero?
I am losing a pocket circuit.
In which game?
Gaiden. I'm currently on the Grandmaster, so I'm like, it's like the hardest one.
Yes, no, that is fair.
It does not like this.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Doctors by kill count. Fuck. I assume Syrenne is like...
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes. So this is confirmed kills only. So if they shoot someone and then they regenerate, it does not count. Also, this is only on screen.
Ooh, so no War Doctor.
Represented.
Or wait, does War Doctor using the moment count as on screen?
I will tell you that the War Doctor is not on this list.
Okay.
And neither is the Fugitive Doctor. This is only the Prime 15. All right. I'm not going to make
okay, if only on screen counts.
Yeah.
Tenant and Pompey's got to be pretty high.
All right, let's go through the list. In last place, the 8th Doctor, kill count 0/unconfirmed.
Okay.
Number 14, the 9th Doctor, kill count 0. Number 13, the 14th Doctor, kill count 0. At number 12, the 1st Doctor, kill count 1.
That's the funniest number. That is the kill count
You deserved
1
it.
is the fucking funniest number.
He murders a Dalek.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Yes, he murders a Dalek in the second serial. Number 11. By the way, that's 1. The next one. Number 11, the 6th Doctor, kill count 21.
Oh my god!
That's the second funniest number. Is that there are no doctors who have killed between 1 and 21. It is either 0, 1, or immediately 21. Number 10, 5th Doctor, kill count 30.
Okay.
Number 9, the 2nd Doctor, kill count 53.
Oh my god, the numbers going up so fast.
Number 8, the 3rd Doctor, kill count over 38, unconfirmed, likely over 53.
Okay.
Number 7, the 13th Doctor, kill count 56. Number 6, 4th Doctor, kill count 57.
Oh my god.
Number 5, the 15th Doctor, kill count 71 so far.
Okay, 15's...
It's the current one.
Okay. There is a certain point where it's like I stop knowing them by number.
Yes, that's Shudigatwa. He killed like 50 people in his first episode.
Non-lethal takedowns.
Number 4, the 12th Doctor, kill count 99.
Oh my god.
Number 3, the 7th Doctor, kill count 755.
What the fuck happened? Okay.
Really, this ranking is only based on how cool they are, right? Like, this is the objective ranking. How cool is this Doctor? 755. The 7th Doctor just casually manipulates Davros into blowing up Skaro, so you were counting that? No, that does not count. He blows up 32 cyber warships. He incinerates 2 other cybers using a rocket sled. He does cause 400 Daleks to explode, but not the destruction of Skaro.
I'm so happy the way you chose to phrase that.
Yes. Number 2, the 11th Doctor, kill count 2,027.
Oh my god.
Number 1, the 10th Doctor, kill count unconfirmed over 26,000.
That's from Pompeii, right?
Fucking Pompeii.
Okay.
Lost an entire city turns to ash.
I have always liked like the angle that episode goes for. I admit.
Yes. Also, he causes the death of a werewolf, thousands of Cybermen, an experimental cyber scientist, the entire population of Pompeii, and then in his second to last run, fucking hardwire electrocutes someone to death when they had a chance of survival.
Oh my god.
Because that is like that whole episode, it's The Waters of Mars. That whole episode's premise is he's gone too far. He needs to regenerate. He needs to die.
Waters of Mars is a weird blind spot for me actually, because at the time I was watching on Netflix, and that episode wasn't included on Netflix.
Yep. I'm not surprised that the specials wouldn't be. But yeah, no, that's that is literally like was always intended to be the like he crosses the Rubicon and can never come back from this moment. So they did actively just show him murders a human.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Doctor Who ranked by how cool they are. I should have read you the title as ranked on how cool they are, and then immediately hit 0 confirmed kills. That probably would have been even funnier, but
honestly, a little bit. But
also, real quick before I forget, I'm just sending you this image, Melanie. It's the one that I put on stream, but it is, in case you're curious, this is the Disney Plus internal original programming for 2025. The only thing on here that's actually unannounced is Visions Volume 3.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, I'm interested in honestly the vast majority of this list, which is impressive.
Fine, and
I'm interested in Spider-Man and Daredevil and Doctor Who and Andor and Ironheart and Eyes of Wakanda and Visions and Marvel Zombies and The War Between the Land and the Sea and Wonder Man. So they have me hooked this year.
Yeah.
That's an annual sub right there. All right. Speaking of Star Wars.
Oh no.
All right. Take your pick between these next two. The 10 biggest theories we have for Star Wars' next TV show and/or Season 2. Or Star Wars, every major galactic event we know happens during and/or Season 2 and whether we're likely to see it in the show.
What the fuck?
They're really trying to hit that SEO for what happens in and/or Season 2.
God, it really does.
So, I'm reading the second one now, actually, and it just more than half of this is Rebel spoilers. So,
okay,
it's mostly, hey, did you know that all of Rebels is happening during Season 2 of Andor? And I'm like, yeah, and I bet they're gonna probably not show any of it.
Yeah, there might be like small, tiny references.
I mean, like, Saw Gerrera and Mon Mothma are in Rebels, so like they might reference what they're doing in those missions, but like that's as far as I see it going. All right, the 10 biggest theories we have for Star Wars' next show and/or Season 2. Number 10, the Empire isn't gonna leave Ferrix alone.
Probably not. You know?
Great guess. They're probably not just going to pretend that uprising never happened.
Sorry, but
Number 9, they'll probably show the Gorman massacre.
I don't know what that is.
The fucking audio recording of the babies dying.
What?
From Andor Season 1 that they torture Bix Colleen with, that they force her to listen to babies being genocided as a way to drive her insane. They're saying,
I have not.
That.
I have not rewatched Andor Season 1, so some of the finer details are lost to me a little bit. I should
Okay.
rewatch it before season 2.
Number 8. Mon Mothma's marriage and family life will probably collapse. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That was
Safe
kind
guess.
of a big part of that plot, huh?
Yeah. Number 7. Luthen simply got to die, right?
You know, maybe.
Number 6. Luthen might be responsible for finding Yavin 4.
Okay.
Number 5.
You know what? I'm gonna bold proclamation. I don't give a shit who found Yavin 4.
Number 5. Princess Leia might make a cameo or at least be referenced.
That was messy back there. I hope you recuperate soon.
At
about the
least
founding of the
be
rebellion.
referenced is the lowest bar.
I guarantee there will be a reference. Are they gonna fucking trot out the de-aged CGI husk from Rogue One? Number 4. We might get some live-action Star Wars Rebels characters. You might. I bet Chopper will be running around in the background somewhere, just like he did in Rogue One. Number 3. B2 Emo, the cute droid, will become K2SO, the murder droid.
No. What?
Number 2. Cyril Karn might defect to the Rebel Alliance.
Excuse me?
Number 1. Surely we're gonna get to see a Palpatine cameo. We've just got to see the Empire's ruler.
Surely.
What? You thought Screen Rant was gonna have normal, insane takes about Andor, a mature and deep franchise with nuance?
Surely.
I feel like it's kind of a big part of Andor that the Emperor himself really isn't that big a deal. It's the fact that there's the whole machine around him. That true, he built that machine, but it doesn't need him directly involved to be what it is.
Here's their counter. It's true that Season 1 was more grounded, showing us the evils of fascism on the ground level, but Palpatine is the man behind it all. Have you considered Palpatine?
Surely this nuanced and genuinely intelligent story about these relevant political themes is going to settle on the conclusion that everything's gonna be fine once we deal with this specific guy, and then there's nothing to worry about.
You just need to get thrown down one elevator shaft.
That list didn't say anything.
Yeah. No, you're
Like-
correct. I mean, no, it said that B2 Emo will become K2SO and that Cyril Karn will defect to the Rebels. So
Cyril Karn will defect to the Rebels is like the dumbest sentence that I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. His mom just simply bullied him too much, and now he's not a fascist anymore. That's how fascism works. When you're weak and you seek power, suddenly you stop seeking power.
I'm like shaking right now. Like
I see that you're so angry. Time to move on to the funniest list I've ever read in my entire life. 10 ways Star Wars can redeem Boba Fett after his TV show's failure. You are not going to want to play a game. You're gonna need your full attention.
I just put in the group chat with my roommates. I'm getting hit with the Boba Fett list, and I just heard them like burst out laughing upstairs.
Anyone who's in chat right now, please get clip ready because there is going to be some reactions to end all reactions. Are you ready?
No, but let's do this.
Full attention. I'm gonna hit you with number 10, and you're gonna understand how I immediately knew this was the funniest list ever to be written by humans. And I have, by the way, I have run this through AI checkers 3 times to confirm that humans allegedly wrote this, because I didn't believe it. Number 10. They could redeem him after Book of Boba Fett by including Boba Fett at the Battle of Exegol.
Let me just okay. So in the group chat with my roommates, quote, well, I mean, could be a good list, could make some good points. So I'm just gonna quotation marks,
including Boba Fett
to redeem him after Book of Boba Fett. They could include him at the Battle of Exegol.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what's up? By the way, their argument, they provide a list of confirmed character and ship cameos that were present at the Battle of Exegol.
I don't give a shit who was confirmed at the Battle of Exegol. It is not a positive association to have been involved in the Battle of Exegol.
You don't like that Inferno Squad from Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017 was present at the Battle of Exegol?
Aren't they dead?
Their kids are the new Inferno Squad. If you read the book trilogy,
Star Wars was a mistake.
This is why I said we were gonna use some clips. Number 9. Team up Boba Fett and Din Djarin again.
Because that went so well last time we did it. Wait, that's the whole reason we're here. That's the whole reason we're here. How do we redeem Boba Fett after his team up with the Mandalorian? Team him up with the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Number 8. A second season of Book of Boba Fett. This time it should fully focus on Boba Fett.
Bold assumption.
Number 7. A prequel show / movie with a younger actor.
I wonder what actor.
Number 6. They should cross over Boba Fett with the Bad Batch.
Now we're just doing Mad Libs.
Number 5. Have Boba Fett return to bounty hunting. He should stop being the crime daimyo of Tatooine who refuses to do crime, and go back to killing people for money.
How do we redeem Boba Fett? Easy. Simply redeem Boba Fett.
Number 4. Include Boba Fett in Dave Filoni's New Republic movie. To be clear, that's not the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. That is the Heir to the Empire movie that everything's building towards.
That is such a low bar for like.
No, it's a high bar because there's no room for him in that movie.
But I mean, like to write that sentence is such a low bar because it's like, okay, like, oh, what will his involvement be? Include him.
A new story about Boba would certainly be welcome, but there are plenty of upcoming Star Wars movies and TV shows where he can appear. It's the part nobody says. Number 3. Revive Star Wars 1313.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, you mean the game that was only
now we're just writing real life fan fiction.
Number 2. adapt Boba Fett and Cad Bane's unfinished Clone Wars arc. And I want to be clear. They're like, it's weird that Book of Boba Fett, and what they're saying here is true. It's weird that Book of Boba Fett references as canon an episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars that never was made, and only animatics were posted 4 years after it was canceled, right? They should simply make that episode, and that would fix everything. If only people could have seen the fully animated version of this episode that is already considered canon by Book of Boba Fett. That would make Book of Boba Fett make more sense.
If only this episode of a different show had existed, then this show wouldn't have sucked.
Number 1. Boba Fett versus Mace Windu.
Why would you do Boba Fett versus Mace Windu?
Subtitle: The Ultimate Star Wars Revenge Story. Boba did fight Mace in the Legends Junior novel Star Wars: Boba Fett - Pursuit. And it would be great to see a similar showdown in canon.
Suki looks so concerned.
While Star Wars has, admittedly, brought too many characters back from the dead, it would be worth it if an older Boba could hunt down Mace after Order 66. Bro, he wasn't alive when Order 66 happened. He wasn't alive when Order 66 happened. What do you mean they could hunt him down after Order 66? If that is not an option, then it could be revealed that they fought sometime during the Clone Wars when Boba Fett was 8.
Syrenne, I'm just gonna send you this screen cap from the roommate group chat.
Please do. Yeah. Yep. Such a thrilling concept may never happen, but
such a thrilling concept.
But there will always be ways for Boba Fett to redeem himself after the Book of Boba Fett. That's the end of the article. That's the last sentence. So their argument is literally anything. Literally anything would be better than just pretending he doesn't exist after that show. I told you that this was perhaps the single funniest list written by Human, because it starts with include him at the Battle of Exegol and only keeps going. Do you still need a minute?
I don't know if I'm ever going to recover from that.
Well, I'm gonna send you this list so that you can inflict it on your worst enemies.
Thanks. I'm glad that that's where we stand right now.
I'm just giving you a weapon. I know that you would enjoy it, so I'm not giving this to you because you are not my worst enemy, but I do think that this also is a very funny weapon. The 8 best final lines in Final Fantasy games.
I'm sorry. I can't move on yet. I just like,
look, all I'm imagining is just a new season 2 of Boba Fett, and it opens with the dead speak. Mace Windu comes out of nowhere and just issues a challenge to Boba Fett.
It's just like we say like the list is they say like, fuck, I don't know how to talk. They say like, oh, so yeah, Star Wars has such a big problem with like bringing characters back from the dead. Yes, that's why we're having this exact conversation.
Yeah, Boba Fett. If Boba Fett can survive the Sarlacc pit, why couldn't Mace Windu have survived being disarmed and fucking kicked out of a goddamn 5,000-story window?
Did Legends ever revive Mace Windu?
Yes, of course they fucking did.
Okay.
But that's not a good standard for anything.
No, no, I was just wondering. I was just curious. Like, did they ever pull that card?
Yes. Look, Mace Windu deserved to die.
Fuck.
All right. The 8 best final lines in Final Fantasy games.
So as a reminder, in this point, I have only played 7 and the remakes.
No, that's
Realm
fine. I'm not
Reborn
going to
specifically, and 16.
Number 1. Am I ... all alone again? Where am I?
Oh, it's the fucking Sonic 3 list again.
From Final Fantasy VIII. Number 2. These are our terms from Final Fantasy 16.
No. Please. What is the justification for that one? I'm begging you.
This is going to spoil everything about the game. I don't give a shit, but this is just me letting, in case anyone in chat thinks that the game about maybe slavery is not actually that much of a problem, needs to know that, yes, me telling you this, I could also just copy and paste their paragraph to you in chat if you're comfortable with if you just want to read it and react.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I just letting you know it's not a reasonable anything.
Fuck, I just saw the Boba Fett again.
Yeah, there it is. If you're wondering, is this a correct read of anything that happened? No, this is just showing that they fundamentally misunderstood the entire plot of the game.
Okay, you can keep going.
Number 3. It's finally over. Final Fantasy 15. God, I feel that.
Is that line not in every Final Fantasy game at some point?
No, but we're only counting the final line of spoken dialogue in a game.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that context.
This is the best last lines.
Okay, I misheard. I didn't know. Okay.
Yes.
That changes the list a lot.
The last line of Final Fantasy 15 is, "It's finally over." Which, same. Especially after that game was in development for a decade. To be clear, Melanie, the Kingdom Hearts 2 team went directly onto Versus 13, and they didn't stop until Final Fantasy 15.
Oh my god.
They didn't ship a game between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Final Fantasy 15.
So much wasted development
They
talent.
missed a generation and a half on that project.
God.
And at the end, the game wasn't finished when it shipped.
Christ.
It sure wasn't.
Number 4. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Bring my beloved dagger to me. From Final Fantasy IX.
That's the last line?
Yeah. Number 5. Now we live on to greet a new dawn. Final Fantasy 13. Number 6. It wasn't my imagination. I heard my brother's voice say, "So long." Final Fantasy 4. Number 7. I miss it. The Steel Sky. Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the people and the friends that we have lost or the dreams that have faded, ... never forget them. Final Fantasy 10.
Damn, I was really pulling for ours truly is a Realm Reborn.
Alright, what else do we got? Alright, I'm gonna give you...
Syrenne.
Yeah.
I say this as a compliment.
Yeah.
This little series that we've started is the worst thing that you've ever done.
What, you don't like ranking DSiWare?
No, I say fuck off. Fuck off.
I can make you rank more DSI wear.
I'm fully aware you can.
Okay. Here's a trio of options. 10 best female protagonists in JRPGs ranked.
Oh, that one will hurt.
Resident Evil, the 8 worst games for newcomers.
I don't know Resident Evil. I don't know Resident Evil enough for that one, but it's
all you need to know is that they're up to Resident Evil 8, and so this concept, I know this concept includes spin-offs, but the idea that they chose exactly the same number as numbered games is very funny. Or 8 forgotten Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Oh shit, dude. Oh.
Which one are we doing? We can do all 3, but like, which one are we doing now?
JRPG women.
All right.
Which just sounds like an unfortunate phrase to say. JRPG women. Fuck.
Top 10 female protagonists in JRPGs.
Okay. So
I'm not telling you shit about this. You get no hints.
All right, Zero. So here's the most important, like, first question.
Yeah.
Tifa or Aerith or both?
I'm trying to think what they would count.
It could go either way, I feel like.
Yeah. It's
Which
not
one's
main
the protagonist?
Is it main protagonist or is it just
I did. Okay, main protagonist. Can I think of a single one? Shit.
I was gonna say. I mean, hey, if you're fucking counting, what is it, like the anime OVA for 7, where Tifa technically, I guess, is the main character, then go for it. But like, we'll see if they count that.
Can I even name 10 main character women in JRPGs?
I will tell you that I don't know if number 1 on this list is going to deal the same level of psychic damage to you that it did to me.
Oh, so it's Velvet from Tales of Berseria?
Yes. I'm so fucking mad.
Of course it is.
We have intel that the syndicate...
What a piece of shit character from a piece of shit game.
You know the drill.
I'm so glad I had the hard read on that one.
Yeah, no, that was your hint, was if you know what would hurt me the most. Like, yeah, if you have the stone cold read on what is Syrenne fucking reviewed that I hate.
So Syrenne, at like right before you said that part, I was starting to think, I don't know if I can name another one besides Velvet.
Oh hell yeah.
Maybe you can.
Like, I don't. Fuck. Maybe.
Where is my?
Director, nice to see you.
All right.
Greetings.
Here is a quote from my review of Tales of Berseria. I was very mad when I wrote this review, so see if you can tell the tone that I intended. I'm gonna read this neutral.
I will say I do not currently remember off the top of my head what this review said, but I have read it before.
Okay. Velvet, the anti-hero-ish you play as, loses her family by the end of the prologue, with her brother-in-law having become the religious leader of the continent and her brother being sacrificed. She gets trapped in a dungeon for 3 years and swears revenge on her brother-in-law, Arthur, and collects a merry band of misfits on her way. She steals a Malakim, familiar, and names him after her brother, Yikes, meets an obsessive swordsman, a pirate, a witch, and a member of the ruling religious class. Each of these characters has their own storyline in the main story and their own branching side quests, but the side quests feel meandering and meaningless because every character is flat and one note. Rokuro, the swordsman, wants revenge on his brother for inheriting the sword that their family passes down. He tries a lot of things to defeat his brother. Eventually, spoiler, he does. He then just sits there and pals along because he came this far. Velvet is angry. Very angry. She wants revenge and will hurt people to get it. She sometimes has nightmares asking if she's doing the right thing, and then hides it to keep going for her revenge. Other people want things? Well, will it help with her revenge? The game culminates in her revenge.
So you liked it?
Like I don't know.
Well, other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln?
Yeah. Let me hear. A lot of the skits also have a weird and fucking bizarre interest in teasing the stolen Malakim, Laphicet, named for Velvet's brother, about his potentially teleophilic lust/love for Velvet, teasing him for how he feels, how he sees her, starts seemingly teasing him for thinking of her as family, and quickly devolves into, well, did you see her naked? Well, did you go bathe with her?
What?
Don't you want to? You know, the character named for her dead little brother. It's a consistent punchline throughout the entire fucking runtime of the game, and is gross. The credits open with a picture of Velvet, an adult woman, naked and hugging her actual brother, a male child, who was also naked.
My long couple of months.
Yeah, it's a good situation.
A bunch of different
Oh, this was a shotgun, not a sniper. I fucked up.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, a whole bunch of other paragraphs about the game. Here's another if you want to know just how bad the story of this game is, read between the lines on this one, because this was me like trying to give this the most brutal burn I could think of. The game feels especially comical after having played Fire Emblem Three Houses earlier this year, another game that tackles the big evil political church theme, although exponentially better. Berseria is more than happy to randomly throw all nuance away at some point and just say, the church is a sham that wants to take people's emotions away. Three Houses did that exponentially better. I don't think Three Houses did it well. I literally I hyperlinked Fire of the Three Houses to my review, which said it didn't do it well.
Yeah. Great.
Its themes do not work, its characters do not work, its environments and structure do not work, its combat and systems do not work, its writing does not work, its soundtrack has 3 good songs that repeat far too often and a bunch of forgettable music that fades into the background. Game bad.
Game bad.
Game bad. Anyways, so that's what they say is number 1. Who are the other 9 best female protagonists in JRPGs?
I'm gonna be real. I can't think of a single other main character woman in JRPGs.
Right. Here's the list. Unless, Zero, you want to take a stab at it.
I'm gonna assume Terra from FF6 is up there, maybe. I don't know.
I've never played that. That's why I couldn't think of her.
FF6 is the best offline Final Fantasy game by a mile.
I believe it.
And she is the protagonist.
Bon voyage.
They wouldn't be that coin count Celeste too, since she's the protagonist of the second half of it, would they?
I will tell you that Final Fantasy VI is on here one time, and it is for Terra.
Okay. Just making sure.
No, trust me, I don't put jack shit past Game Rant. That is a very good question to ask. That is a very stone cold read on how these lists usually go. Number 3, Final Fantasy VI. Number 2, Final Fantasy VI also.
Okay, trying to list off in my brain female protagonists, JRPGs. Would they? Oh god, would they put Fire Emblem as a JRPG?
Would they?
Oh, they might.
Would they count a player avatar that you
no,
would
they
customize?
Would not. No, they would not.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't
They
think
will include bad characters, but I
was gonna say, but if they're degenerate enough, would they would they count someone like Lynn?
Would they count someone like Celica?
No, it sounds like they have bad taste. Would they count someone like Lynn?
I mean, there's like, okay, let me.
Okay, I'm also gonna say it. We like Celica's potential way more than we like Celica.
Give me a second. I'm going through this list and saying who would I agree with. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would agree with 4 out of 10 of this list. If you want, let that influence your taste. I think that 4 of these games genuinely, truly deserve to be on this list.
Right this way.
They are not all at the top.
Nice suit.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Shoot. Oh no, my brain is blanking.
That's okay. Do you want to just hear the list?
Yeah, let's hear the list.
All right, number 10 is a game I would include. I'm going to highlight that every time.
Okay.
Lenneth from Valkyrie Profile.
I definitely have not played that.
I have not, but I've been meaning to.
Totally fine if you haven't. Just letting you know. That is not a controversial inclusion here. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Well, just because it's correct, it doesn't mean it's uncontroversial.
Fair. Number 9, Jeanne d'Arc from Jeanne d'Arc by Level 5 on the PSP. This was a Sony first-party game. It's on PS Plus.
I did download that from PS Plus, open it up once, and then say, this kind of looks like shit.
It sure kind of does. It's a tactics game.
And then never opened it again.
It's a bad tactics game. Number 8. Ryza Stout. Atelier Ryza. Ever Darkness at the Secret Hideout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She wears a size 4 and not a size 2. Therefore, she is woke.
Wait, what is...
Seems like you're not cleared to come through here.
You know what? I don't want no more information.
She has rounder thighs, but still has a thigh gap. Therefore, she is the thinking man's fucking sexual dream. Apparently, this is what fucking Twitter told me back when the character was announced. People were like, "Oh my god, she has thicker thighs." They're not thick at all.
Far be it from me to tell people not to be horny on main, I guess, but like, be honest about it.
Number 7 is Aya Brea from Parasite Eve. That is not a JRPG. That's a horror game.
Somehow that sounds on brand for this.
Uh-huh. Maybe this is foreshadowing.
Well, if it was a JRPG, would it be a good choice?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's an iconic main character. I would say if it was like iconic female main characters in video games, top 25, Aya Brea should be on that list.
Okay.
Not this. Here's one that I would pick. Number 6, Alice Lundale, Phantasy Star. Just for breaking new ground, 1987 female protagonist in a JRPG.
Okay.
Okay. She is one of, if not definitively the first, female protagonist in an RPG.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
Number 5, Maya from Persona 2-2.
Okay. I haven't played it, so...
Maya is a really entertaining character in Persona 2-1, and then she becomes a point of view character, which means that she doesn't get to talk or think. Because she becomes a player in an Atlas game.
Even the old Personas were doing that, huh?
Yeah, no, the main character is a nobody. And Persona 2 has 2 games, and they switch you between playing the 2 main characters between them. So suddenly, in the second game, the main character from the first is an actual character, and vice versa. So what that actually means is they take away agency from the popular female character. Number 4 should be number 1. should be number 1. Estelle Bright from The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky.
I believe you. I would not be able to name one single character from that franchise, but I believe you.
There is no fucking... There's almost no better RPG protagonist in history than Estelle. Fuck you. Estelle deserves to be top 3 in best RPG protagonists, not number 4 in best female protagonists in JRPGs ranked. Fuck you. Number 3 I would put, and this is the last one I would include of the 4, Terra from Final Fantasy VI.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think number 2 is? It's the only character we don't know, because number 1 is Velvet. Who's missing?
See, my judgment on this person is so skewed because they put a non-JRPG in there.
Yeah.
Is that really?
You did say it was foreshadowing.
Sure is.
Oh, who would it be?
You hear me? Guard.
Lara Croft.
You gotta do something.
In terms of amount of unhinged, how close is Lara Croft?
Slightly colder than the truth.
Only slightly.
2B.
Ding 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 ding! 2B from Nier Automata is the second best female JRPG protagonist.
I'm just thinking of how horny on main this person is.
Yeah,
you know, that was really fair criteria.
That was a stone cold read. One of the most well-known female protagonists in JRPGs is the subhead.
Ugh.
No, by the way, not a single line of this 2 paragraphs is a justification for why Nier Automata is a JRPG. It just fully assumes you're bought in.
It has levels.
And there's levels in a story.
And side quests, famously something that only RPGs have.
Resident Evil, 8 worst games for newcomers. Number 8, Resident Evil 5. Yeah, because it's racist as shit, but that's not their argument. Number 7.
Okay. The question for this one: what's the highest up numbered mainline game on this list?
Number 1.
Oh.
Don't hesitate to come back.
Yep.
I'll be here.
I'm gonna say that's Resident Evil 6.
You'd be right.
Okay.
Number 7. Resident Evil: The Mercenaries 3D. The 3DS shooter.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Number 6. Resident Evil: Operation Raccoon City.
I am becoming very aware that I've heard these names before, but I don't.
Okay, so Resident Evil has made, I think, 3 or 4, well, we're about to find out, competitive online first-person shooter games.
I see.
Or third-person shooters. And not a single one of them have been good, not a single one of them have been popular. All of them ceased support within, the first 6 months. This is one of those. So is Mercenaries. So we have 2 of those now.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Something that I think is relevant to this conversation is that on a podcast that I listen to, one of the guys that hosts it, he doesn't seem to understand that most people only count numbered mainline games as real entries into the series. So he said that as a fan of Resident Evil, he doesn't know why the franchise has mainstream success, because there's a 50-50 shot of any given Resident Evil game being bad.
No, there's more than a 50-50 shot of any Resident Evil game being bad. Number 5, Resident Evil Village. Because it carries forward plot threads from other games. The last 2 are because they're bad, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So their arguments are all over the place.
Oh, there's
Number
gonna be
4.
some unhinged way to put 4 on this list, isn't there?
No, 4 isn't on this list. Number 4, Resident Evil 0, the most difficult game in the series, can make gameplay unapproachable for newcomers.
I guess.
Number 3, Resident Evil Gaiden for the Game Boy Color.
I was not aware.
Number 2. Oh, it released in 2002.
On the Game Boy Color?
Yeah.
Buddy.
What's up? Melanie, you should pause. When you get a
That's
chance.
never a good thing when you say that.
I want you to go. We don't need to show this on the street, but I want you to go to Google Images, and I want you.
I'll do you one better.
Great.
Oh, do I not have the YouTube app? Shit.
No, it's not about YouTube. It's literally just about I want you to look up what this game looks like.
No, that's why I want the YouTube app.
Okay. Is it going to be fucking signed into your account? Is that something that you worry about? Because that would show your real email.
I can do Chromecast thing, I assume. Shit, maybe not.
You should, yeah, however you want to do this, but just be wary that opening this will probably display your real email address.
I just won't log in. Congratulations to whoever's running ads on Resident Evil game for Game Boy Color. Okay, what's it called?
Oh, ew. Sorry, the fucking thing. Resident Evil Gaiden. What the fuck?
What the fuck just happened there? What is happening? What is happening?
I know that you're bad at menus, but come on, take it slower. Go slower, I promise. It'll be fine. Evil.
It's also
Gaiden.
it isn't QWERTY, and that's actually fucking me up.
I know. There you go. No, long play. Yeah.
Okay.
We've been planning this trip for months.
Congratulations to advertiser.
Happy.
This. The fuck is that?
Movie, don't worry about it. That's not Resident Evil Gaiden. There it is. Oh my god, they have it widescreen stretched. You sociopath. Who would do this and then upload this? Just scrub through until you get gameplay. Put this on NSO, you cowards.
Oh, they would.
This is the kind of trash that deserves to be on NSO. They're not doing anything with this. Capcom owns all the rights to this.
This looks like... I mean, obviously it looks like shit, but like seeing this on my 4K television.
Yeah!
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Let's see, what's the most viewed part of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the most viewed part of this is, it's probably like people that are playing the game. Yeah, they're coming to this video to see how the fuck to get through it.
Yeah, you can see
What in the fuck is that? What was that? Wait, what was that Mario Golf like power swing thing? What are you saying to me?
Hang on, gotta play inventory Tetris. Oh, they grabbed you. Oh no, they grabbed you. Get off of me. That's the I gotta get away from a zombie that grabbed me minigame. Anyways, don't worry, this is non-canon.
Is that one of like the things from late in Resident Evil 4?
Yeah. I will say that the pixel art on the cutscenes inspired. Like, this is some incredible artwork to shove onto a Game Boy Color cartridge and take up all the space.
Just be... They were so preoccupied with whether they could. They never stopped to think about whether they should.
2002, Game Boy Advance has been out for a year and a half. Anyways, number 2 is Umbrella Corps, which is the worst of the online shooters. And then number 1 is Resident Evil 6.
GDQ hotfix run of it. Oh my god.
Yes, hell yeah. Anyways. Number 8 forgotten Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Shit. I might actually do pretty bad at this list.
I'm just gonna read it to you because you're not gonna fully understand their bullshit criteria anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This is not in any particular order.
Holy
so
shit!
1,
How are we coming up on 3 hours? Oh my god.
Because you've been losing your mind and enjoying it. 1, Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter.
I don't think I've ever heard that combination of words in my life.
Right. That's gonna be the metric. How many of these have you heard of? 2, Sonic the Hedgehog's Game World. For the Pico.
I've never heard of that either.
Alright. Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop.
Have you ever seen that video, How Many Super Mario Games Are There?
Yeah, you shared it with me 4 times. Yeah, no, this is a popcorn vending machine that you can play Sonic on. It's a specific Sonic game. 4, Sonic Dash. How the fuck did this make the list? That was mainstream promoted for years. 5, Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Nope, we're just getting we're still relatively well known. 6.
Well, hold on. I need to remind myself what that one is because
it's the arcade game that has Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel.
Oh, right. Yeah. The title is so nothing.
Yeah. Tell me what you think this picture is. It's not a web game on itch.io, I promise. Although it looks like one.
Sonic Jam?
Nope. No, way stupider. But it was made by Sega.
So not Sonic Dreams Collection.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's not like an itch.io thing.
Yeah.
Do you want the release year or the release platform?
Neither's gonna help me, I'm gonna be real.
Release platform, PC.
I'm sure it is.
Release date, October 1996.
This is an edutainment game, I assume.
Sure is. Sonic's Schoolhouse.
I'm sure it is.
Number 7, Sonic X.
What?
Sonic X. The adaptation of the video game? Or the adaptation of the anime?
Was there a video game adaptation of Sonic X?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a 2D platformer.
What was it on?
What?
It was on the Leapster.
Fuck off.
What?
Also, Jesus Christ, not logged in YouTube is just so deeply cursed.
Yes, it really, really, really wants to push you far right. Spinnick.
Shut the fuck up.
Spinnick X. You're not gonna find it on that game. Yeah, Leapster game, there you go. Playthrough. Yeah, it's like half an hour long.
The thing I love about the Chick-fil-A grilled spicy deluxe sandwich is that first bite. I really like the marinated chicken breast.
Fuck Christ.
This isn't on the NES.
I pay for YouTube Premium, so I legit did not know how bad it is out there.
Oh yeah, no, it's terrible.
Hi there. Welcome to Station Square. A super
What's up?
duper bustling
GX definitely played this, by the way.
I believe it.
No shot he hasn't.
I'd love to introduce you.
And he says I'm too deep in it.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Sonic? Yeah! Why is everyone always talking about Sonic?
You can skip the cutscene if you want.
I don't know if I want.
Alright, I mean, look, if we're just gonna do a fucking react stream.
Did someone call my name? Hey, my friends! Press the A.
Look, I want to be clear. By Leapster standards, this is game of the generation.
I believe you.
I have gotten my hands on a Leapster, and just to see what the fuck it was, like, I did this, like, in 2010, maybe? Holy shit, that thing is weird.
So, like, is this list trying to say, like, these are the games that, like, are forgotten gems that are worth your time? Or is it just like, yo, look at this shit?
Here's 8 Sonic games you might not have known about. That's what this list is.
For help,
no, they're not saying any
I
of these
love
are
how
good.
it is clearly traced the Genesis sprite.
Yeah.
While still looking so much worse than the Genesis sprite.
Oh yeah. I love it when it just suddenly is like, here's math. And then the last game on this list is Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, which SNK developed as a demake of Sonic 2. But it has full remixed elements also.
Okay.
It's honestly, like, impressive that the Neo Geo Pocket Color can run this thing.
Honestly, I believe it.
You should while you're on the YouTube app, you should search Sonic Pocket Adventure.
What ad do you think we'll get this time?
What
is the out? What?
It's like, are you racist? Melanie, you mistyped so bad that YouTube accused you of racism.
I was about to say, what do we think the algorithm believes it's learned about us?
You belong in the Proud
Oh,
Boys?
no
I
ad
don't
on
know.
this one.
Nope, it couldn't figure that one out. Good lord, what the fuck is going on with your searches?
It's hard to type on a PlayStation controller that's not even displaying the keyboard as QWERTY.
You are taking it slow.
Okay. This looks neat.
Yeah. No, the
physics look pretty functional too.
Yeah, no, this rules.
This looks real.
You should, like, fast forward a little bit to, like, not the intro level. Like, maybe go to, like, Chemical Plant or
Oh
something.
my god, it has the special stages too?
Yes! Again, basically, like, the Neo Geo Pocket Color is, like, a little bit more powerful than the NES. And they're like, fuck it. Game Gear says who? We can play full-ass Sonic games on here.
Yeah, this looks better than the Game Gear games.
Yeah, because Sega didn't make it. This is a different developer who actually cared about their handheld game turning out good. Not just existing.
This rules.
Yeah, ooh. What's that most watched? Oh, it's a boss fight.
Knuckles? What? No! 15 seconds? Oh my god! How do people live like this?
You have to do your taxes.
Hang on. Got another ad for taxes.
Here's the deal. You're
Hang on, got another ad for Walmart.
each year starting in your 20s. That's why you need me. You're
You can skip it or you can watch it for another 10. You know that fight against Knuckles in Sonic 2?
Yeah.
Because this is a remix. It has different content.
Yeah, Sonic 2 ends Knuckles. I've heard of it. They were just getting ahead of the movie, you know?
Yeah. Sonic got
Knuckles
direct
is
too.
fucking dead.
Sure is.
Oh my god, that face.
It's a really good face. Got one last uppercut before he died. Hey, Sonic, that's your shoe. In my eyes. Sky Chase Zone.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah, no, again. I say this as someone who doesn't usually like this franchise. Nah, Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure rules. That's why I'm like, oh, if you haven't heard of this, yeah, you should see this thing. This is legitimately just impressive.
Yeah.
Also, I like that implication that Tails is one of the animals.
That kind of rules.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
All right, we should wrap it up there.
Yeah, we just this second hit 3 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna remove from my bookmarks. What do we got? We got 10 ways Star Wars can redeem best for female protagonists in JRPGs, the best final lines in Final Fantasy, worst Resident Evils for newcomers, forgotten Sonic games. All right, I'm just gonna read you the list of lists we didn't get to that are all in standby for next time, in addition to whatever the fuck I find in the meantime. 10 over-the-top action movies from the 2000s that are tons of fun. Fighting game characters that are always top tier. Top 10 best video game elves. Sonic games to play if you loved the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. JRPGs with the most jobs. Best isekai manhwa with OPMC reincarnated as a child ranked.
Oh, fuck.
10 most wasted characters in all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Taserface is gonna be on that.
10 amazing villains wasted by superhero movies.
Someone's gonna say Crossbones.
10 MCU movie scenes that are way harder to view on a rewatch. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie wish list. 10 characters, places, and more we want. Final Fantasy protagonists with the best fashion choices. Assassin's Creed games that changed the franchise the most. The best anime goths. Best 2D open world games. The Legend of Zelda games that changed the franchise the most. Nintendo franchises that need sequels on the Nintendo Switch 2. Open world games that have complicated but great combat systems. We did that. The Oscars 2025 Best Picture tier rankings, breaking down all 10 nominees into 5 categories.
Okay.
This is my editorial. You won't believe where Amelia Perez is.
Oh my god, is it number 1?
It's top tier, baby. 10 things from Hulk's Marvel movie appearances that have aged poorly.
Everything?
And then 10 sitcoms that have aged poorly.
All of them?
10. They limited it to 10. Number 1 will surprise you.
No, it won't.
Yes, it'll surprise you that it's number 1.
Okay.
In so much as there are ones that have aged worse than it.
Look at Suki.
Yeah. Also, they don't know what aged poorly means. I'm just going to be blunt. You're not going to remember this, so I'm just going to tell you ahead of time. This list conflates aged poorly with shouldn't have been made at the time.
Oh,
sometimes.
Cool.
There are a couple of those where it's like, no, everyone knew this was wrong when they made it. And they're listing it as high as aged poorly. No, aged poorly is like this was in line with how society behaved at the time, and then the society has progressed and the show has gotten harder to revisit. That is aged poorly. Mm-hmm. Saying that a show that was racist in 2012 aged poorly is wrong. I digress.
Got her.
As someone who is a full-grown ass working tax-paying adult in 2012, let me tell you, no, we do.
Cool.
Oh my god, I went to Blue Sky, and immediately the first post I see is from John at 84 posting his copy of Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure.
Well, now I have to play it. That's like a sign, isn't it?
It says random game Saturday. I've never been a big Sonic game fan, but I do recall this one being not half bad. And the handheld it ran on was a lovable little go-getter.
Syrenne, I just want you to know that, like, I'm going to the Boba Fett list. Let's do right-click, copy link, go over to the Star Wars chat and my friend's server, paste, no other text, just pasting that link. And I'll let you know how it goes.
I just see it pop up out of the corner of my eye.
Sure did. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.